often do Jedi go underwater? I ask because despite looking like they carry relatively little on them at any given time, they do seem to have underwater breathing apparatuses tucked into their robes. Do the apparatuses protect them from sudden pressure changes as well, or does the Force take care of that? Maybe the midichlorians hop out of their bloodstreams for a moment and form an invisible depressurized bubble around their bodies. Those midichlorians, they sure are helpful little parasites. And when the Jedi are traveling through the planet's core, they encounter all sorts of monsters. This is where I started to feel that first creeping unease 11 years ago. Why aren't the Jedi scared at all? I mean, they're the heroes of the story, so I don't expect them to be shitting their pants in sheer terror. But a giant sea monster trying to eat you alive doesn't even warrant a brow furrowed with worry anymore?
Power's back. Huh?
Where is the reaction? In Return of the Jedi, when Luke was dropped into the Rancor's pit by Jabba the Hutt, he didn't just stoically look at the thing as if it was completely inconsequential. There was a clear moment of him looking at it and thinking, oh shit, a monster, I better handle this situation. But Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon don't care about this monster at all. It's like they already know they're gonna get away, so who cares? Not the Jedi, and surely not the audience. How can we care if the protagonists don't? The only one allowed to react to it is the insipid Jar Jar, who was portrayed as so cowardly that he would react that way to a butterfly.
Losing power.
Police are dying here.
Just relax, we're not in trouble yet.
If the ship lost power, then why don't the shield windows deactivate? They're made out of energy too. Another question. When one becomes evil in the Star Wars universe, does one's ability to aim suddenly dissolve? Not only can the stormtroopers from the original trilogy not shoot, but in these movies, robots designed specifically for shooting people can't shoot. How do the bad guys in the Star Wars universe ever rise to power? None of them can hit the broad side of a space station. Also, if you want the villain to be intimidating and mysterious, try not showing him every 10 seconds. We get 3 scenes of Darth Sidious in the first 30 minutes of this movie. Why? Isn't he supposed to be the guy pulling the strings behind the scenes? Are we really supposed to see him every 10 minutes? Did George Lucas think we'd forget who was behind all of this without a constant reminder? You want to know the moment this movie died for me? It wasn't the midichlorians, it was this right here. That's right, a fart joke. That's just what the Star Wars universe needed. Why didn't we have a fart joke sooner? Oh yeah, because it's fucking stupid. Oh well, fuck it, let's do the pod race. The pod race is superficially exciting, but it's impossible to care about the outcome because there's no real connection to the characters involved. If you're a fan of NASCAR, you might enjoy it. But if you're a fan of NASCAR, then you aren't watching this review anyway, and if you are, you shouldn't be. Now, by this point in the movie, about the halfway mark, no one fucking cares anymore. Look at how breakneck fast the pace of this race is. Look at how quickly the turns come. Got all of that? Okay. Now watch how long Anakin takes to diagnose a problem with the pod, all while totally ignoring the course and seemingly going in a straight line. He'd be dead! 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 And when the pod race is over and Anakin has predictably emerged the victor, Jabba the Hutt has to be woken up. The pod race was so dull to him that he fell asleep. Maybe that's George Lucas's subconscious acknowledgement that this movie and everything about it is absurdly dull. So, Qui-Gon made this bet that if Anakin wins the pod race, he goes free. He's no longer Watto the Jew's slave boy, but Qui-Gon couldn't make the same bargain for Anakin's mother, so she has to stay on Tatooine. It's so sad. Wait. Why can't they just come back and get her afterward? They've got all the resources of the Republic behind them. I mean, I know that Republic credits are no good on Tatooine, but other material goods obviously are useful there. Go back and trade a ship for her, or get some gold, or whatever the hell is valuable on Tatooine. What's wrong with doing that? It seems like a good idea, doesn't it? It seems like a good idea to me. That way, the most powerful Jedi alive doesn't, grow up with a grudge against the Jedi establishment for abandoning his mother to die on a scalding desert planet run by mobsters. Okay, enough of this shit. Let's move on to the epic final battle between boring and stupid.
Once we get inside, you find a safe place to hide and stay there.
So here's a question. Why would you take a small child into a war zone and then tell him to find a safe place to hide? You know what would have really been a safe place to hide? Not in a fucking war zone! Another question. Why would you make Jar Jar Binks a general?
You shall doing grand. Jar Jar bring Hussein and the Naboo together.
No.
So, we shall make you Bombard General.
General?
Jar Jar, you brought our two cultures together. Therefore, despite the fact that your skills seem to be in diplomacy rather than combat, and despite your long history of being a bumbling idiot, we are putting thousands of soldiers' lives into your hands. Does that seem unwise to anyone else? I mean, if the goal of Boss Nass is to provide hilarious hijinks for the audience of this movie, then I suppose that Jar Jar's promotion was a reasonable decision. But if his goal is to win a battle, then maybe he should have chose as his general someone, I don't know, competent? Another question. What happened to the Jedi super speed?
Shield generators.
Let's go.
Seems like it would have come in awful handy right about here. Yeah, then Qui-Gon gets stabbed. Sad music plays, therefore it's sad. Another question. How the fuck does this happen? Anakin just flies into the enemy ship's docking bay? Isn't there a shield?
We're losing power. There seems to be a problem with the main reactor.
Impossible. Nothing can get through our shield.
Okay, there's a shield, but he can get through it. Why? The Force? Did the Metachlorians take out the shield for Anakin? What's the explanation? There isn't one. Also never explained is why the droids never fire on Anakin until he gets his shield back up. They could be firing now, and now, and now, and now, and now, and now, and now. Then the shield goes back up.
Yes, we have power. Shields up.
Only then do they start firing. Why? The Force? The Metachlorians made the robots stupid beyond all belief for just a few moments? Just long enough for Anakin to fix his shield? Also, how is this for a reaction?
Oops, this is not good.
He sounds like he just burned a bagel, not like he's about to get shot by droids with fucking laser guns and shit. It's... Let's check on Jar Jar. How's he doing? Oh, his bumbling idiocy is actually an advantage. He only accidentally kills enemies, never allies. Good! I'm glad to see that's all working out. Let's check back on Qui-Gon. Yep, he's still dead. Let's check back with Anakin. Oh, he blew up the enemy ship and deactivated all the mean robots on the planet's surface. Apparently, they're all controlled by a signal from elsewhere. Without that signal, they can't function at all. Seems like that might be something of a design flaw, but whatever. Nothing else in this movie makes any sense, so why should that? So, Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul, Queen Amidala captures the Ambassador, the Gungans beat the robots, Anakin is a war hero, Yoda gives Obi-Wan permission to train Anakin, and they burn Qui-Gon's useless fucking body. Then this weird and pointless shit happens. What is that thing? What does it do? Okay, don't explain. Fine, why would you? You didn't explain anything else.